Come on in here. Happy Monday. It is the 19th, which means we have, let's count, just about 2 more weeks left in this month. Okay? Just about, which means it's giving foot on the gas season. Okay? Which means we need to go all in. Right now. Not later. Right now. Not tomorrow. Right now. Y'all like my spoken word. Anyways, as you guys are coming in really quick, as y'all are coming in as, oh, is it the 18th? I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm already in the future. Okay? You know, living in Senegal, it's already tomorrow here. So, yes, as y'all are coming in, come on in here. And I want you guys to comment, what are some non-negotiables in your life? Like, let's think about, you know, of the things that you must do or must have. What are some non-negotiables in your life? Hey. What are some non-negotiables in your life? Comment some of those down below. Let me pin this comment. So I see somebody put lobster. Let me get you out of here. What are some non-negotiables that you have in your life? Right. So we said our sunset prayer time. We said our having a retirement plan, working from home, high quality food. Okay, you guys are commenting, what are some non-negotiables? Wasting my time and my money. And I like what you guys are saying, right? I want you to really think about, there are things in your life that are not even a question, right? When it comes to what you look for in a partner, when it comes to what you look for in a relationship, what you look for in a friendship, what you look for in a job, right? What you look for at the quality of a restaurant, right? What you look for when you go out, what you look for in a car, right? There's some non-negotiables that you're like, this will not work. If this is presenting like that, we can't hang out, or we don't go together. So I want you to think about that, right? The same energy with which we can present our non-negotiables. Hey, Ashley, the same energy with which we can present our non-negotiables, we can say, no, you know what? This does not align with me. I want us and I want you to apply that same non-negotiable energy to your goals. I love the fact that you guys said spending time with my kids. I love the fact that you guys said eating well. I love the fact that you guys said certain types of, quality of work. But what about also making it a non-negotiable on your goals? What about making your dreams, your desires, your success, your income also a non-negotiable? What about making sure that the same way we are not going to allow our standards to dip when it comes to a partner, or we're not going to allow our standards to dip when it comes to a friend, or we're not going to allow our standards to dip when it comes to, talking about God? How about we not allow our standards to dip when it comes to our businesses? How about we not allow our standards to dip when it comes to getting the things done that we know we need to get done? How about we not allow our standards to dip when it comes to investing in ourselves or spending the money on something that we could always spend the money on, right? We can always spend the money on some clothes, and we all love clothes. We can always spend the money on going out to brunch. We can always spend the money on, taking ourselves on a nice dinner or whatever the case is. But what if we also have that same level of standard when it comes to how much we save at the end of the month? Or we have that same level of this is a non-negotiable when it comes to I'm not going to bed until I complete this particular item in my business. I'm not going to anybody's website to buy nothing until I invest this amount of money into my business this month. I want you to comment, got it, in the chat if you got it. You see, it was when we think about our non-negotiables, we know what they are, right? We know what they are. And certain things, it's like, oh, if you're coming at me like this, don't even talk to me. But what about when you come at yourself with a lower standard than what you would normally accept from anyone else? How are you going to respond to yourself when you also don't meet up to your standards? You see, there's certain things that we won't accept from another person. There's certain things that we won't accept from a situation. But then we turn right around and accept them from ourselves. Let me ask y'all a question. I want y'all to comment yes or no in the chat. If a man says one thing and is not consistent with it and he doesn't do it, are you going to give that man another chance? Comment yes or no. If he's like, girl, I like you. I want to take you out. You're so beautiful. I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do it. And then he doesn't do it. He's inconsistent. He says, yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to pick you up. He doesn't pick you up. Are you going to keep seeing this person? Comment yes or no in the chat. Tammy said no. Tammy's like, girl, no. What about y'all? Are you going to keep seeing him? He's, fine. Looks real good. Saying all the right things, honey. Says he's going to come and pick you up. Doesn't show up. Says he's going to buy you something. Doesn't buy it. Ashley said no. I see you guys commenting no. So then, how come when you told yourself, yes, girl, we're going to post this content. Yes, girl, we're going to apply for this grant. Yes, girl, today we're going to work on our business. But you didn't do it. You didn't do what you said you were going to do. Don't be mad at me. Y'all know I just come with the message. So how come we can so easily identify a time waster in our life and identify someone who we are not going to give an additional chance to because they don't present as consistent, they don't present as loyal, they don't present as someone who is disciplined? We can easily say, oh girl, no, cut, delete, X. But when it comes to you, and let's really be real, right? Who is the most valuable asset in your life? It's you. I want you to comment, it's me, in the chat. You are the most valuable asset in your life. So if anyone first has a responsibility to be loyal and consistent and disciplined to you, it's you. Because God sent you here as an individual. It is an additional blessing if someone gets to engage with you, if you get to find someone who God says, I'm going to align you to. But ultimately, God sent you here as the complete package. So how come we can say, oh no, I'm going to cut this person off because he made a promise he didn't keep? But shouldn't you also give some level of accountability to yourself because you made a promise to yourself that you didn't keep? Y'all know I love you, but I gotta come with the message because we all do this. And I'm talking to myself here as well. We cannot expect to see change in our life, to see change in our environment, even to see change in the types of people and opportunities that present themselves to us, if we do not hold ourselves to a higher standard of decorum. If it's a non-negotiable outside of your life, it has to be a non-negotiable within you too. If consistency and discipline and loyalty and showing up and working hard and accountability are all things that you measure another person at, what are you measuring yourself at? I want to just connect this back to when I first was praying for a husband. Okay, so after my divorce in 2020, I did therapy for basically a full year. And I knew I wasn't ready to be with anyone because I was not healed. Okay, I was like, God, please just help me heal first. So I did therapy for quite some time. Once I had spent about a year in therapy, I started to visualize and think about what could it look like for me to get married again? What would I want this man to be? You know, I had started my business, things were going well, and I made this whole list of all the things I want in a man. I want this, he's got to be that, you know, and I'm very grateful because much of the things I wrote, I have in my husband that I have today. Y'all know him, okay? But God had to tell me something. And, you know, God was listening. Okay, girl, I hear you with your list, you know, all the things you want. Your prayer, okay, Ellie's prayer, Sierra's prayer, you know, okay, everybody got a prayer. So I hear you. And God casually said back to me, he was like, well, the interesting thing is you want all these things to be present in this man, right? And let's take this also as a metaphor. You want all these things to be present in this blessing or in this opportunity, in this person, in this new situation, in this, you know, man, to come into your life. But you have to think about as well, in addition to all that you want in him, what does he want in you? Because I cannot just say, oh, well, since Ellie's asking me for this type of guy, let me go ahead and just give her this type of guy. You also have to be a blessing to that person just as much as you want that person to be a blessing to you. Remember, if you're making a list of high quality things that you want to have in your life or high quality elements that you want to have in a person who's coming into your life, guess what? That person or that business or that opportunity or that circumstance is looking for the same high quality things to be present in you in order for it to be a match. So you have to be prepared to produce what you are requesting. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down right now? Comment got it if you got it. You have to be prepared to produce what you are requesting. You have to be prepared to the same things that are on your list of non-negotiables. You have to be prepared to make sure, hey, this person is going to have a list of non-negotiables too. This opportunity is probably going to have a list of non-negotiables too. This job, this level of income is going to have a list of non-negotiables too. So while I'm talking about what I want, let me get ready to be who I need to be in order to satisfy what I'm asking for. So as you guys are thinking about and praying for and striving for and hoping for and talking about the business that you want, the income that you want, recognize this. Praying for a 6-figure account balance, praying for a 7-figure business, all of what you have to do to get there is also waiting for you to get there. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? So it's not just God saying, okay, let me just go ahead and give you this money. Are you already responsible enough to handle what 6 figures in your account is? Are you already disciplined enough to handle what 7 figures in your account is? Are you already showing how to manage the 5,000, 10,000, however many thousands you have right now in order for you to be prepared for what 7 figures is going to require from you? Because one thing that I don't like about what I see sometimes on social media and this whole, entrepreneurship situation, right? I love being an entrepreneur, and you know I always talk to y'all about the importance of starting your business. But one thing I don't like about it is that it's oftentimes too romanticized, and we forget about the responsibility. I want you to comment the word responsibility in the chat. We forget about the responsibility that comes along with being blessed with money and being blessed with the opportunity to have a business, which literally means making money by creating something. Having a business means that you're able to make money by creating things, and that is a responsibility. So when I see this very lackadaisical conversation that occurs all over the internet about, oh yeah, do this, make money. My Lamborghini is however much. This is my $5,000 bag. You know, I made $100,000 today. Whatever the case is, right? Y'all never see me flaunting about what I'm making, because at the end of the day, although I'm very blessed and my business is doing well, this is a responsibility first. This is a responsibility first. And to make it appear as if it's anything other than that is frankly irresponsible. So yes, having $100,000 day, fantastic. Making 7 figures, fantastic. You're going to do it. I've done it. You're going to do it. But what you have to understand is this. Just like Biggie said, right? It's not necessarily more money, more problems, but it is more money, more responsibilities. And so the level of discipline and consistency and loyalty that you exhibit to yourself right now, you're going to have to 10x that if you want to 10x your money. Because what will happen is if you maintain the same level of standard that you currently have now, but exalt yourself to $1 million, guess what happens to the million? It's gone. It's gone. The money is gone. The money is gone. So this is why I always tell you guys, you have to become the millionaire before the millions are in your account. You have to become the 6-figure earner before the 6 figures are in your account. And what does that look like, right? You have to become the wife before he gives you the ring. You have to become whoever that highest version of yourself is before the opportunity presents itself for you to show up as her. You have to already be operating like that. And that's what makes it align faster. That's what sends a signal to God that says, I'm ready. I'm ready. Give me the 100,000. I know what to do. I'm ready. Give me the 1,000,000. I know what to do. I still need your guidance. I still need your favor. I still need discernment, but I'm ready. I've changed my standards. Now what I look for in others, I also hold myself to that same level. I'm consistent with myself. If I tell myself a promise, I'm going to keep it. Even if I'm late, I'm going to keep it. You can give me the money now. You can give me the opportunity now. And this is why I always say, y'all, and we hear this all the time, you really do have to stay ready. You have to stay ready. So the things that are non-negotiables for you, that's what y'all started out by adding into this chat. The things that are non-negotiables for you, good food, quality care, honesty, things of that nature. Go ahead and add my goals, my dreams, my desire, my word is a non-negotiable. My loyalty, my discipline is a non-negotiable. Doing what I said I was going to do, my integrity is a non-negotiable. My business is a non-negotiable. These goals, again, are a non-negotiable. Taking action is a non-negotiable, because I just really cannot emphasize it enough. You really do attract what you are. You really do. And, I'm getting chills. So y'all know it's Ramadan, right? and I am a Muslim. And so every Ramadan, I make it a goal to read the entire Quran in full. And it's very long. It's probably 1,000 pages. I'm sitting here looking at it right now. So I'm about 300 pages in so far. And Ramadan started a week ago. And so, one thing I'm reading is that, God is very fair. And it's so interesting because every year when I read this, I get something different. But God is very fair. I'm not going to be able to quote it exactly as it's stated, but basically several times in the Quran, and maybe this is in the Bible too, I have not read the Bible yet, but several times in the Quran, God says, what you give is exactly what you're going to get. It says many times that Allah, God, is the best accountant. The best accountant doesn't get it wrong, because what you put out is what you are setting yourself up to receive. And you have to understand, right? When we think about, sometimes we look at people and feel like, dang, this person is not that good of a person, but it seems like they have everything that they want in life. Don't worry, because God is the best accountant. Don't look at what you're seeing right now. Some people haven't had their books balanced yet. Some people, God is just waiting to go ahead and balance that book and balance that spreadsheet, and things will change. And that's the same thing I want to say for you. What you put out is coming back to you in a positive way, because I know all y'all in here are good and positive. We don't have no trifling people in here. God just hasn't balanced that book yet. But what you put out, the good that you put out, the consistency that you put out, the energy that you put out, the love that you put out, the discipline that you put out, it's coming. I want y'all to comment in the chat, it's on the way. Exactly, John. See, and it must say it like, what you sow, you shall reap, right? And I'm only on page 300. I have probably read this at least 30 times so far. God is the best accountant. He will not get it wrong. He will not get it wrong. And so, this is why I don't really like to focus too much on what I see other people having right now. Because again, God may not have balanced that book yet. But when that book gets balanced, you're going to get what you're supposed to get, and they're going to get what they're supposed to get. So don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, put it in God's hands. Show up, do what you're supposed to do. Put your good out, put your effort out, put your action out. Do what you're supposed to do, because God is going to balance them books. And God does not get it wrong. It might take 5 years. It might take 50. But God is going to balance those books no matter what. So, do not feel discouraged by what you see. This is another thing that shows up a lot, right? God talks a lot about the believers and the unbelievers. Remember something, y'all. Remember something. Sometimes the people that we see who appear, right, to be having a lot in this life, I know some of you guys get discouraged. You get down on yourself because you feel like, oh my gosh, I could just start an OnlyFans and I'd already have money. Or, oh my gosh, I could just do this and this, right? Why does it seem like the people who scam never get caught? But let one of us start scamming. Let one of us start scamming. The FBI is at the door tomorrow. Why? How come they could do it for years and nothing happens? But let one of us try. We arrested tomorrow. It's not fair. But here's what you have to understand. And here's what reading the Quran has helped me to realize. There are believers and unbelievers. And you have to understand that the devil is a great artist of illusion. So what we see as grace and favor and success and having it all in this life does not represent at all what is actually on those books and what is actually going to occur for that person in the next life, if you understand what I'm saying. So don't be discouraged or confused by what you see happening to people now. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we don't actually know what those books look like. And again, favor, right? Success, money can come from God, but it can also come from the devil too. And I don't know about y'all, but I want the bag from God. So if that means I got to wait a little longer, or I got to work a little harder, or I got to be a little more patient, I want the bag from God. I don't want the bag from that other one who be hot and wearing red and sitting in the fire. I don't want that money. I want the bag from God. So do not get discouraged. You stay positive, stay faithful, stay courageous, stay disciplined. Keep doing what you have to do. Keep sowing your seed because like I said, God has not balanced those books yet. But when those books get balanced, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. When those books get balanced, it's a wrap. Do not look at what others have and say, why do they have it and not me? Because you don't know what God has planned for them. And you also don't know what God has planned for you. So you have to keep going. The same way you are saying you won't accept certain things from other people in your life, make that same commitment to not accept certain things from yourself in your life. Because this is how you are going to raise your vibration, raise the type of person that you are, so that when it comes to you putting more good out into the world, there is more good for God to return to you because you have changed who you are. You have changed who you are, you have changed how you are, and you are focusing on making sure that you operate differently. And this is why I really feel like entrepreneurship and having a business and even having the idea to have a business is something we truly have to be fully grateful for, because it is a gift, number one. It is a gift to be able to create a business, to be able to have an idea, to be gifted with an idea. And even beyond that, it really allows you to raise the type of person that you are. It really gives you the opportunity to say, I'm going to show up differently because I know I'm preparing for this responsibility that God is going to give me, which is having customers, having money, making sales, and etc. You become a person that God trusts with a higher responsibility. God is only going to give you what you can bear. It also says that multiple times in the Quran. God is only going to give you what you can bear. So if you want to bear more, if you want to be given more, you have to show God that you can bear more. You have to keep growing. You have to keep doing. You have to remain more humble, more disciplined, more consistent. God says also multiple times, I will test you. Don't think that you're going to say you believe in me and not go through some tests. Because I want to see, do you believe? So when you're looking at your business and you're wondering, why hasn't it done this and this yet? Why haven't I hit this and this yet? Why does it feel like every time I start making progress, I'm going 3 steps back? That's a test. That's a test. And we have to say thank you. And we have to be grateful, because when you get a test, that means you're given an opportunity to pass the test. And when you pass the test, what happens? That means you get a great result. That is when our tests turn to our testimony. But if we give up on the test, how do we ever get to the testimony? I want y'all to comment testimony in the chat. If we give up on the test, how do we get to the testimony? How? Instagram is kind of tripping, y'all. I don't know if I should. I think y'all can hear me in here on Instagram, but it's doing that thing again where it just, I can't see your comments. It just tells me all these people are joining. But let me see. Okay, I know y'all are in here. Instagram is just tripping, but that's okay because listen, they are not going to interrupt this message. So I am not going to restart this because we're going to do it just like this and everybody can catch the replay. But that is a real key thing. So every time you feel that sense of discouragement starting to come over you, every time you feel that sense of it's just not working start to come over you, consider the fact that you might be in a test. Consider the fact that this is your opportunity to show God, I can bear more. So give me more responsibility. I'm ready to hold it. This is hard, but I'm going to show up. I don't want to, but I'm going to keep putting some action behind this faith. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? And that's right. This all ties back to the core principle that we started with. Making certain elements a non-negotiable in your life. If the treatment from a man is a non-negotiable, then the treatment from yourself is also a non-negotiable. If you will not let someone tell you that you can't do it, if you would not let someone speak doubt into your plans, if you would not let a friend, family member, person, whoever tell you that your business idea won't work, do not tell that to yourself. Do not tell that to yourself. Have the same level of accountability that you have for others with you. Because at the end of the day, you are the one who's going to receive the gift. You are the one who's going to receive the blessing, not them. It don't really matter what they have to say. But if you know you would cuss somebody out who tried to talk crazy to you about your business or about your idea or about your goals, and you know you would give them a polite read, then do not allow yourself to speak doubt into your plans because you are more important than those people. Your relationship with yourself is more important than their relationship with you. Ultimately, you have to honor your word to yourself more than you have to honor anyone else's word to you. Because God sent you here. God didn't send you here attached to somebody's hip, even if you are a twin, okay? God didn't send you here to be up under someone else's validation. God sent you here as your own complete package and gave you the tools in addition to his blessing to get yourself through, to talk to yourself, to support yourself, to trust your gut, to trust your intuition, to wake yourself up, to start your day, to be disciplined, to be consistent. If God gives you the opportunity to open your eyes again, your main job in that day is to show gratitude for the fact that your eyes got opened again and do everything that you can possibly do in that day. Showing up, working hard, believing in yourself, loving what you're doing, going after your goals. These are all ways in which we show God, thank you. Because if God gave us the opportunity to get up, the best way to say thank you is to make something shake with the fact that you are up today. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Hey, Cece, thank you so much. Are y'all picking up what I am putting down? Y'all are definitely meant to receive this message in here today because the fact that Instagram is doing weird stuff lets me know. You know, we're not even going to speak that, but y'all know what I'm saying. The fact that, because y'all be in my lives, we be having 300 people in here. The fact that Instagram is doing funny stuff lets me know, okay, something things trying to interrupt the message, but those who need to hear the message are here. This message is for you. This message is for you, live and in color. This message is for you, and I want you to know that. I want you to understand that. This message is for you. This message is for you. You have got to know that it's all on the way. But in order for you to help it get to you a little bit faster, remember that what you are asking for, you also have a responsibility to be able to maintain it. So if you are asking for a thriving business, you must be ready to maintain a thriving business. Because am I wrong or am I right? But y'all don't want to just start making money for a little bit of time and then all of a sudden be out of business, right? That's not what we want. We don't want to get some money for a little bit and then all of a sudden be back trying to start again 3 or 4 years later, right? We want to stay in business. We want to stay with money. We want to stay, right? Comment stay in the chat if you want to stay rich. If you want to stay in business, if you want to stay successful, comment stay in the chat. Because I'm pretty sure we don't just want to come in and leave. We don't just want to come to the party and then get kicked out. We want to stay. You know what I'm saying? We want to stay. So with all that considered, again, pay attention to the fact that what you pray for, you also have to be able to maintain. That is God's responsibility. God is the best accountant. He is going to balance those books. If you are praying for a better relationship, you also have to be able to maintain a better relationship. So the same way you want that person to be a blessing to you, you have to be a blessing to that person. Woo! I dropped my water. Hallelujah! Holy water dropped on the floor. That's a good sign, though. We obviously shaking something up in here, y'all. We are obviously shaking it up. Because the water said, wait a minute, I can't take it. Thank goodness it didn't get on my computer, but I don't know if y'all can see. It really did spill all over. But yes, Lord. Okay, we are obviously shaking something up in here. We hear you. We hear you. We hear you. Okay. The ancestors is like, wait a minute. So I think that's a confirmation, y'all. I think that's a confirmation, y'all. Somebody say amen. Because the water said, hold up. Hold up. What was I even saying, y'all? I done totally forgot. I was definitely saying that, yes, if you want a person who is a blessing to you, you also have to be a blessing to them. If you want that business to be a blessing to you, you also have to be a blessing to those customers. If you want that business to be a blessing to you, you also have to consider, are you ready to be a blessing to those customers? Are you ready to be a blessing to this community? Are you ready to be a blessing to the people who give you their money? You see what I'm saying? Everything has reciprocation. Everything has reciprocation. Everything has reciprocation. And that is what I want y'all to really gain today, is have great goals, have great standards, have your non-negotiables, but just make sure that you are also keeping those same standards for yourself. Always remember that God is here to help you win, but God also has a responsibility to balance those books. So you have to make sure that what you are putting out is equivalent to what you are asking to get back. And if it may not be equivalent right now, right? I know that what I was asking for in a husband, I had to level up a little bit more to make sure that I was going to be equivalent to what I was asking for. And not necessarily in terms of money, but in terms of character, in terms of quality, in terms of discipline, in terms of loyalty, right? All these different things. So you've really got to look at, am I matching up to what I'm asking for? And if you're not, that's okay. Let's just do the work. Let's just show up. Every time y'all, I have a good idea. If you guys want some help with your accountability, every time I post, you should post. Every time you see me go live, do something in your business. Apply for a grant or also go live. Do something. Every time you see me post some content, be like, okay, Ellie's on it. Let me get on it too. That is a great way that we can work together, because I'm going to always fight with myself to stay as disciplined as possible to get all my goals done where I can. And y'all know I'm cooking up something in here. So, I really don't be having a lot of energy. But if I can hold it to myself, I want you to hold it to yourself too. So that's the challenge. Every time you see me do something, you post. Every time you see me go live, do something in your business. Every time you get an email from me, work on something in your business. Every time you see me post a YouTube video, work on something in your business, because this way you begin to make discipline normal. You begin to make consistency normal. You begin to make showing up for yourself normal. And we really do have to learn that. Sometimes we're just trained, especially as Black women, to do everything for everybody, but we're not trained enough to do everything for ourselves. We're not. We're trained to do all the other stuff: cook, clean, take care of, take somebody somewhere, give advice, all these other things. But how about also making sure that on that list is serving you? And there's nothing wrong with that, because that is what is going to put you in alignment to the blessings that you are asking God for. That is what is going to put you in alignment, is to serve yourself, to be disciplined with yourself, to show up for yourself. Because then when you do that, you can better show up for other people. I'm a better mom because of the fact that I am more loyal to my needs. I'm a better mom because of that, because I'm happier. I'm a better wife because of that, because I'm happier. My husband knows if I feel unproductive, the whole house is out of whack. Because if mama's not happy, everybody can get it. Okay? If mommy is not happy, we're going to have to do something to shift the energy in the house, because everybody's going to feel it. Okay? And y'all know this. So you are going to be better positioned to serve in other ways in your life when you are serving yourself in a real positive way, y'all. So you already know I love y'all. I really hope that you received this message. I feel like we had lots of good confirmation today. What I want you guys to do is DM me the word build, okay? I want you guys to be able to have access to my 7-figure business bundle. I am so excited about this because it's 3 products in one. I know it's going to be perfect for y'all. And I created a payment plan where you can split your payment into 2 separate $99 payments. That's like the lowest price product that we have. And $99 gets you literally in there to start accessing all 3 products. So if you want to build that 6-figure company, build that 7-figure company, you want the opportunity to really get to work and make progress in a real way, especially with your foundation, just your taxes, insurance, all the things that are going to help you start solid, DM me the word build, okay? DM me the word build. We'll get you in there. And yeah, stay tuned, because I got a lot of grants coming up for y'all this week. So make sure you have your post notifications on. I'll be sharing a lot of grants for the end of March and for April, so that we can go get this money. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you